Hey everybody, Rorree here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so here we are for another morning message. All right, so the card we picked for today is making a choice, making a choice. And so this is a pretty card. I love the artwork. I always love the art on these cards. So this one, making a choice, shows a road, and then there's a fork in the road, and um one road goes to, it looks like a bright door with flowers. I don't know, I feel like orbs are in there. And then there's another road and feels like new beginnings. That's kind of what I'm getting from that road. But the card is saying make a choice. So I'm feeling like that's exactly what it means. It's time to make a choice. I feel like some of you, I feel like some of you are on a path. Some of you, it's not that you're on a right path or a wrong path. It just is. Um, I feel like some of you are on one path and you want to go to another one. That's kind of the feel that I'm getting, that you're going one way, but you want to go a different way. So you want to kind of like turn around on your path and go in a different direction. That's kind of what I'm getting from some of you. And honestly, it just is. It neither direction is right or wrong. It just is. You can take either direction, but you need to make a decision. Some of you are sitting still and not moving forward, and you claim to have made a decision, but now you're just standing still like you didn't already make a decision. Some of you have a choice to make in work, um, whether you're going to stay in this position, or some of you are trying to apply for something else. It's another job. Some of you guys are trying to apply for another job or something. Um, I'm hearing that there are a number of you who actually want to do your own business, but you're feeling stuck, you're not quite sure what it is that you want to do, you're not sure if what it is that you want to do will allow you to make the money that you want to make to sustain a living. So I'm getting that from some of you guys as well. All right. These are the times when it's nice to have a one-on-one. Because I'm like, oh Lord, reading a collective, I'm getting different messages. Okay. Because, it's not like I'm reading a sign where there will be a greater chance for you guys to be on a similar path, yeah, so different ones of you guys are going through different things. I'm feeling like somebody actually just needs to take a break from what it is that they're doing. This is a business person. Somebody is in a business and they just need to take a break right now. It's not that what you're doing is wrong or not on your path. It's just that you've been going at this for a minute and you have not taken a break. And it's just time to take a little bit of a break. I'm speaking to someone that doesn't usually take a break every day. Like now I'm really like, I knew this a long time ago, but now that I'm like super busy again, I have to remind myself to take a break every hour, and when I had a regular job and in my little cubicle office thing, whatever you want to call that thing, it's supposed to be an office, but whatever. I had a sign on the wall to remind me to take a break every 50 minutes. Even if it was just to stand up and walk around or walk to the bathroom or stretch or something like that. But every 50 minutes, I was reminded to just take a freaking break. So that's a tip that I want to share with you guys, with all of you, not just this person that doesn't take any breaks during the day and it's time for you to take a break, like go on a vacation or something. Just take a week to yourself. Even if you can't take off all the way, just kind of curb your responsibilities, stop saying yes to everything, and just take some time to yourself, even if it is taking a 10-minute break every hour. Do that. And I'm not talking about like a smoke break. Hopefully you guys are not doing that. um but yeah, definitely take a break. Somebody needs to take a break. So now let's see what this card is talking about. Make a choice. Did I show it to you guys? Let me show it to you because it's really a pretty card. Make a choice. See the road. Yeah. And I do feel that this whichever path is divinely inspired. One path is more divine than the other. There is one path that your ancestors and guides and angels, your beloveds, your soul group, whomever, whatever you'd like to call them. There's one path that they want you to go in. Um, One path looks like, this is for some of you, whoever this is for, that's trying to make a decision on a career path or a business path or something like that. One path looks more lucrative, but the other path looks more like this is what you felt like you were called to do. And you can't tell yet whether it's going to be lucrative or not. But one side looks like it's really lucrative, okay? And your ancestors want you to go with the other side, but they will support you on either side. You're going to have support in whichever way you go. So I don't know who this is for, but what have you. Anyway, make a choice, make a decision. All right, make a choice. What is this talking about? You're required to come to a decision now. All right, you're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next right action. Whatever the choice is, you must take responsibility for it, yet you needn't be afraid. So don't be afraid, just own it and move forward, okay? You may not have all the answers right now because the way ahead can't be known until you've embarked and traveled a few steps. Some of you guys need to know everything about everything before you make one freaking step. And sometimes you just have to say, all right, I'm going to do this and just go. Make a step and go. Take another step and go and enjoy every step, All right. Trust your intuition. Ask for a sign from spirit, and you will be led to the right path. So ask the question, So I love asking. I talk to my collective, my beloveds, everybody, my Ori, Oladumare, God. I talk to everybody, my ancestors, and I'm loving just talking to them every day and sharing with them, and now I'm using the cards to talk. And I have this one little deck, and I left it. It's not down here with me, but I mean, anyway, I have this one little deck of oracle cards, and I don't remember how many cards it's in it. It's a lot of cards in this particular oracle deck, and I'll be like, all right, talk. Let's talk through these cards, And so I'll hear something, and they will like throw a card out. And I'll be like, okay, like I'll ask a question and the card just go pang, and it's really interesting. I'm like, oh, this is fun, and I do my prayer work and everything before I do any kind of card work. But anyway, I don't know how you guys hear. I usually just hear, you know what I mean? I just hear auditorially. But sometimes it's fun to play with the cards or whatever and to see if there are any additional messages. Maybe I don't even know the question because half the time I don't even have a question. And I'll just play with the cards and they, I will let the cards speak to me. So how are you asking, for guidance? Sometimes I might turn on a video, turn on somebody that I follow and who has proven to have good content for me, because just because someone has good content for this person doesn't mean that their content resonates for me, so sometimes I might turn on a channel and they're giving a message to me, and it was a question that maybe I asked. Sometimes I might open up a spiritual book and see where it opens up to and read whatever it says. I might open up any kind of book and it might say whatever it says, So, or I might speak to someone and then they confirm something that maybe I had heard, because sometimes I might hear something and not really realize that it was intuitive guidance because it comes so easily, you know. So, but how are you hearing? Because this is saying that you need to talk to your collective and ask them for some guidance. So, how are you hearing from them? When you're in Roses, Lavender, and Sage, we do work all the time to heighten your intuitive gifts, to heighten your abilities. Some of the things that we actually have coming up for you guys are weekly clearings where we would be doing healing, and whenever I do events, you guys plug in. When I do the lives, people usually get a healing or get some intuitive guidance or whatever doing those sessions. So definitely, if you're in Roses, Lavender, and Sage already, attend the live events that we have. We even work out together. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. All right, so trust your intuition, ask for signs from spirit, and you will be led to the right path. If you remain conscious and aware, your choice will be the right one at this time. And that's how I feel. I feel like everything is divine. I mean, even like I was supposed to do something this weekend. I was supposed to go to a spiritual event, and slowly the event kind of fizzled and it canceled. I mean, I got my hair braided so my hair wouldn't be a hot mess, after, getting wet and everything. And I'm just like, wow, okay. But I upset? Not at all. I mean, it just is what it is. I feel like, well, that's what's supposed to happen. If things got postponed because some people took uh, the shot, the jab, whatever you want to call it, and they're having some side effects or whatever. And so, we had to postpone the event. And I just feel like, okay, everything is on purpose. You know what I mean? Everything is on purpose. If I was supposed to be there, then I would be there, but I'm not there. And that's how I kind of handle everything. So when you are in alignment with where it is you're going, you will hear exactly what you're supposed to do on the subject. And if you're not there yet, you're not hearing as clearly yet, go to somebody. There are plenty intuitives out there. Go to somebody or do what I do. Get a little deck of cards and ask the cards but talk to your ancestors, guides, and angels and tell them to talk to you through the cards. If you can't hear them, because some people have monkey mind, and that's when you have a whole bunch of different thoughts. And so you can't tell what's your higher self, what's God, what's your ancestors, what's your guides. You can't tell, because you got a whole bunch going on. You know what I mean? It often takes a lot of meditation, releasing, and guided visualization and things of that nature to help you get to the point where you don't have that monkey mind anymore. I used to have the monkey mind at the beginning too, but the beginning was eons ago, decades ago now for me was the beginning of, meditation and stuff. So now it's, I'm kind of, my being is entrained to know and to hear, and I keep working on it. I keep tuning everything, and sharpening the saw, so to speak, so that I know clearly. And even when I speak with an intuitive person, I ask, okay, so who is providing this information? And we always pray that the information and connections and anything with me only can come from God, my ancestors, and those coming from a place of pure love. If you're not coming from a place of pure love, you have I don't want to hear from you. You can't talk to me. You can't be in my space. You can't come near my space. I don't want to hear you. You don't, nah, you can't come here. Got to be coming from a place of pure divine love. And this is what I teach to those who I work with. This is how we hear. Because you could be hearing from something coming from pure divine darkness. Okay, well, maybe it's not divine, but but you want to make sure you're hearing from your Holy Spirit within, from your Rorree, from your, from your higher self, and from God. And then, there are different gods. So you got to make sure that you are being very specific, okay, as to who you are hearing from. Because you could be saying, I want to hear from God, and you'll realize that Baal is a god. And Moloch is a god. Okay. So you better be specific as to who you're hearing from. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to this. Life is always about learning. Success lies in choosing consciously, guided by intuition and spirit. Choosing consciously. Yes, yes, yes. I have one program called The Blueprint for Manifesting on Purpose. Okay. And it's we're actually releasing it again. We released it a few years ago, and we're releasing it again as a bonus in one of the programs that we're working on right now. And I'm like, you have to make conscious decisions, but definitely make sure that they're spiritually led, spiritually guided, spiritually led. So I hope I gave you guys some tidbits this morning, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Ashe.